Morning, everybody. It is 8:36 on this Wednesday morning, and this is your pre-opening comment video number 2204. Asia and Europe are lower. The semis are lower across the board on talk of restrictions and tariffs, and so that's getting pounded, and it shows in the Nasdaq. At 6 o'clock it was down 252, then 270 at 7 o'clock. At 8:29, before the housing start numbers came out, it was down 290, having already been down 320. And currently, after the numbers, it is down 293. The Dow has been a little bit weaker, 70 to 73 to 82 to minus 88. And the S&P has also been negative 42 to 50 to 51, currently 54. So nothing overwhelming, but weaker. Housing starts 1,353,000. The estimate was for 1,300,000. Last month's number 1,277,000. This is a bump up, but from a very low level. Permits 1,446,000 versus 1.4 expected, and right in line with last month, 1,399,000. Multifamily was up 22% month over month, but year over year they're still down 23%. We have industrial production and capacity utilization in a little while at 915. Chart on the screen is the gold, and I've stretched it out into a weekly because I think that what we're seeing here is just a condensed version of what we saw between the original new high back in March of 22, a little lower high, a little higher high breakout, and run up from basically 2,000 up to 2,450. We've consolidated again, and now we're breaking out again. I show you this only because I kind of still like the silver, which has not broken out yet. It's down about 20 cents today after being up about a half a dollar yesterday. On the weekly chart, same situation. Although this, I don't know whether to call this more or less constructive. We have that 26 level that we finally broke out from and ran up, came right back down and tested it, and then started right back up with a 3-week run from a low here of 26 and a quarter up to 32 and 3/4. Came right back down and tested the breakout again, and now I think we need to have a close over 32. Right now we're 31.24, down about 22 cents. Problem here is that the MACD looks like it's rolling over to the downside, which would be a huge disappointment. Let's just take a quick look at the daily and see is nowhere near a rollover and is still at a relatively low level. So we could get a pop to the upside here on the daily, even though the weekly looks like it could roll. So if in fact that's what's going to happen, then we'll be set up for a failure at 32 and a half to let's just call it 32 and a half, this lower high. But that would still make us profitable, and we were in the August expiration. As far as corporate news this morning, we have Johnson & Johnson reporting slightly better than expected earnings. Nothing overwhelming. The stock was up as high as 155, as low as 147, and basically right now it's 151, and that's down 11 cents, so nothing overwhelming. Five Below lowered their earnings per share for the second quarter and revenue guidance. The CEO is stepping down. Board members launch a search, and this one is getting pounded. 86 and a half, that's down about $16 or 15.3%. ASML beat by 31 cents, beat by revenues, but guided Q3 revenues below consensus. Stock is $984.40. That's down almost $84 or 7.8%. JBHT, JB Hunt, one of the biggest on the road transports, 171.5, down 4.5 or 2.6%. They missed by 16 cents, and they missed on revenues. Spirit Airlines down another 5%, lowering its Q3 outlook. Elements Health, ELV, not really doing much. They beat by 12 cents, reported inline revenues, and the stock is 552. That's down about $1 or 0.2%. IBK, Interactive Brokers, that's IBKR actually, beat by 2 cents, grows adjusted revenues by 21%, and an uptick in customer accounts 28%, but the stock is down $1.50 at 122.10. And as I mentioned, the semiconductors are very weak this morning. The VanEck Semiconductor Index, SMH, 263.91, down almost $10 or 3.6%. On that same news, President Biden considering using more severe trade restrictions on chip imports from China. So, not overwhelming. All right, folks, have a good day, and I'll be in the Discord room if you need me.